Hey, this is Nick with FitStep.com and PowerfulTrainingSecrets.com. Today the technique I have for you is the single best way I've found to maintain strength levels while on a fat loss program. It's a very simple concept, and you're going to be dealing with 85 to 90% of your 1 rep max weights for a long period of time. And the framework behind this is my time volume framework. And essentially what that is you take a block of time and you keep the weight exactly the same, and then you do sub-maximal rep sets throughout that, increasing the rest period as you need to. Now here's an example. Say you're doing bench press. You take a weight you can do maybe 10 reps for. You do 3 reps with it, rest 10 seconds. 3 reps with it, rest 10 seconds. 3 reps, 10 seconds. And you repeat this until you can no longer get a set of 3 reps, where it would be a challenge basically to get that 3rd rep. Now at that point, then you fall back to 20 seconds rest, and you keep on going with the pattern. So essentially, you're front loading all of the work, meaning you're doing as much work as possible while you're still fresh. So you're doing more up front, and then as you fatigue, you're doing a little bit less work and a little bit less work, but you're still filling up the entire 15-minute block with workload. Now, the version I have for you here today is, instead of doing 3 rep sets, you're going to be doing single rep sets. And to further enhance the strength building effects, you're actually going to do antagonistic exercises. So today I'm using trap bar deadlifts, and I'm going to be alternating that with flat barbell bench press. So I've got 455 on the trap bar, I got 255 on the bench press. I'm going to be doing a single on the trap bar, resting 10 seconds, and then going right over and doing a single on the bench press, and then rest 10 seconds, back to the deadlifts. Now I'm going to go back and forth between these two, and basically that's just enough time to get from one exercise and set up for the next. Now when I get to the point where it would be really hard, and I really have to push myself hard to get a rep, that's when I'm going to increase to 20 seconds rest on both exercises. I'm not going to try and arrange so I'm doing 10 on one and 20 on the other. I'm going to fall back to 20 on both exercises. Now, I've done this with a bit lighter weight, using 405 and 225, and I managed to work through the entire 15-minute block on 10 seconds rest. So in order to kind of push things a little bit, I kicked up the weight fairly substantially here, and I'm going to probably have to go to 20 seconds rest within a few minutes. So this will give you an idea of exactly how this strength training technique is done. And because you're doing that many reps with a near maximal weight, it's really going to create a powerful metabolic effect. So you're actually not only getting strength training, but you're getting a very powerful metabolic / calorie burning effect because of the volume of that strength training that you're doing. So without any further ado, let's get cracking. Now, I've got a timer set. I'm going to go for 15 minutes. And when I'm doing the 10 seconds rest, it's pretty much just back and forth. When I go to 20 seconds rest, that's when I'm going to need to be looking at the clock to make sure I'm keeping my rest periods standardized. Otherwise, if you're just counting off rest, it makes it a little bit harder to keep track of. But here's what this looks like. close to the point where I'll be doing 20 seconds rest. Not quite there. One more set of bench, and I'll switch to 20 seconds rest. Alright, so now we're going to 20 seconds rest on this, and one of the major benefits of this style of training is the antagonistic nervous system accentuation you get from it. Now, when you're doing a back exercise, a chest exercise, come back to you in a second. When you're doing a back exercise and a chest exercise antagonistically like this, you can actually be about 5% stronger on these exercises because of that antagonistic nervous system relationship. Which essentially means you're going to be able to maintain your strength longer, which makes it an excellent way to build strength, maintain strength while you're on a fat loss diet. Now, a few more sets, then I'm going to knock it off on the camera, and then I'm going to come back to you as I get towards the end here. Like I said, incredibly effective way to maintain strength. I'll come back to you in a few minutes. Alright, so I just finished with the 15 minutes of time volume training with the single rep antagonistic exercises. Just wanted to kind of finish up by going over the main points that I was talking about. First, 15-minute block. You can use any major exercise. You can use a variety of combinations as well. For example, I've done deadlifts and flat bar bench press here. I've also done this with a barbell hang clean and press and a barbell squat as the two antagonistic exercises. You could do like a deadlift and a barbell squat. I've also done barbell curls and a decline barbell bench press with close grip for triceps. So it's basically just limited by your imagination. And ideally you want to go with exercises that are heavy and compound to maximize the strength building effects of them. And like I mentioned earlier, by doing these antagonistically, you can actually hit like about a 5% increase in strength, which is going to help you maintain your strength longer while you're doing these exercises back and forth in this fashion. It's an incredibly effective way to maintain your strength and even build strength when you're doing fat loss training. So if you do get a chance, I definitely recommend to give this a try. Once again, it's called time volume training. Definitely go check this out.